Okay. Let's see how this is going. I gotta get the stream up on my phone. Sorry for the little fiddling with things, tweaking things, making sure things are working. I want to watch myself live. I want to test the audio real quick to make sure you guys can't hear the fan that's blowing on my back because it's a hot day. Okay, let's see audio wise. How do we sound? Okay, let's see audio wise. How do we sound? I can't tell if there's a fan because the fan's, you know, on behind me. I can't tell if there's a fan because the fan's, you know, on behind me. Anyways, we'll go and try this. If audio quality sucks, I apologize. It will be fixed next time. Overhaul. So, off stream, Zahara and I last night just like, you know, we want to work on all this stuff on stream, but we wanted to play some last night and we didn't feel like streaming, so it was like, why not work on our little bunker? So we have a survival kit in here now. It's been moved off of the rover. We actually have a to-do list today. So let me get over there and I'll bring that up. It will pop up periodically from time to time, but did that work? There we go. So we're going to build a mining transport rover. We're going to work on the base design. We're going to expand the factory a bit. And then once the Overhaul gets on a little later this afternoon, we're going to see who can build the best submarine for going into the ocean and mining the depths. So that is the goals for today. So now if I just go here and go live, here, this, back to this, it'll be back black for a second. This will normally pop up. I have this to automatically pop up as we're playing the game. We do that here because this will show me what it's like live. Oh, apparently I still have my Zinth little watermark for all my videos down in the corner. I didn't notice that. It's actually annoying. Can I get rid of that while streaming? Don't know if I can get rid of that while streaming. Oh no, wait. The highlights. The highlight? It's just a link to me? To you? I don't know what is going on. That's it. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do is work on a replacement rover. But before we do that, we might as well utilize this rover as a replacement rover. Well, things off this rover. So, there are some changes to the mod pack I made. I removed all the AwwScrap. I removed AwwScrap and the 2 preset mods, and put in the Space Ace's non-AwwScrap version of those mods to work with Industrial Overhaul. The reason being, AwwScrap tends to make you not want to experiment because you lose so much resources if you make a mistake. And we wanted to experiment with making submarines and doing all sorts of things, so that's why that change has been made. And I've updated the description to also include that change, so that's the only thing I've changed about the mod pack. And really, it doesn't really change the flow that much. Yeah, you could go grab something incredibly rare resource wise off of anything, but you still have to get to where you can do that. So really, and if you can get to where you could do that, you're pretty much already where you could get that stuff anyways. So it doesn't really change the flow in my, at least to my knowledge of the mod pack. Okay, so what do we want to do? There is a lithium battery on this that we want to steal off of it and get out charging. So I think the best thing to do would be get a temporary connector on here and a temporary connector on here. I'll probably put the connector right up front and drive straight into it, so we can start charging that while we build our rover. So we go ahead and just slap that. Let me grab some stuff. Slap that there. And slap that there. That there. Add these two things to our list of items we need, or build list. The basic computers and just steel plate. Should be easy enough. Eight. You have iron. Why don't you produce? Do I have steel plate over here? Is that why? No, I have a little bit of titanium plate. Let's see. Why aren't you making plates? Production. Plate stamp. You need iron. Iron. You have some into the excluder. Make me some plate now. Thank you. This is just a temporary setup. Another thing about removing all scrap from this mod pack was allows us to temporarily set up, since I have no clue how we should be building this. And can you imagine having to rebuild this refinery with all scrap if you misplaced it or decided it was in the way where it was? You'd have to start all over getting all the resources for that. That'd suck. Why am I not making computers now? Computers. Do I have an overflow of computers anywhere? I do. That is why I'm not making computers. Give me those computers. One connection point. Two connection point. And up and up and up. It should actually get on Discord on the streaming channel, just in case people decide to want to join the stream. Connector, switch clock. It's nice and slowly. Nice and slowly, nice and slowly. Ow. Went too low, which is fine. I'd rather be a little too low than a little too high, because I could always add a ramp. So 6, 7, 7, 7. There we go. That's not going to help at all, because this wheelbase is much wider than I thought it was. Yeah, okay. Back it up. Go ahead and make it that wide. Need some more steel plate. No? No more steel plate? We might be a little low on iron. We might have to do a resource one at some point. We tried to mine most of that out by hand so that we'd have a lot of resources this morning, but in building it also took up all those resources, so it was a mute point. Ready to lock. Ready to lock. Now we're a little too high. Right. Okay. Need another adjustment. Doesn't have to connect. I just have to raise it up. There we go. You're connected. Let's get our battery. Lithium battery. Set here and recharge on. We were at 19% towards that, so that was going to die pretty quickly. Okay, now I need a flat space to build a rover. It doesn't necessarily have to be flat. I think right here I can build it. Landing gear. I think that will have to do. It is going to be crooked, but at least it will we'll just build it a little, the base a little bit higher, so that we could deal with the crookedness. Okay, so we need a rover that can transport a fairly decent amount of resources, and I would also like it to be able to mine at least holes into the ground, you know, just straight down. So, and I think a rover is going to be the better way than a flyer, because we don't have a lot of material and we don't have a lot of power generation. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get this on my hotbar. Don't know why, but I'm addicted to using these as the undercarriage of my rovers. Let's make a platform we could stand on, so we could put things up here so I know what we're doing. Cargo. Really? Okay. That works. Apparently there's an cargo container. That's going to be the bulk of our rover right there. So I think we're going to go ahead and try and get this built up. And then I'll put the miner on top using some mechanical keybind stuff to make it a moving fun thing. Was there any connections up top? Yeah, there was one. Good. That's all I needed. Okay. We might have to go for a iron one, because iron seems to be constantly out of. So I'll build this up as much as I can now. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go for an iron. What do I have in my inventory? Just the computers. A bit of stone. Did I put any seeds in here? Oh, I did. I did put some fruit seeds in here. Nice. I'm going to go plant those real quick. Because we do have in our bunker our safety survival bunker. Oh, I might just go grab that. In our safety survival bunker, we do have food growing. This is going all wheat, some shrooms, and then some fruit. Oh wait, no, that's a meal bar. Whatever. We had one fruit seed. We'll be able to get more from that. I'm just going one on foot to go get this real quick. Let me know if you guys can hear the fan in the background. I'm not seeing it spike when I'm not talking, but you might be able to hear it when I'm talking. I'm not sure. Also, let me know if my audio is a little too loud. It looks like it's spiking into the red just a little. I might need to lower the dB a little. Oh, it's right above me. I was like, I was heading here, trying to follow. Some fun things. I forgot to actually click the button, didn't I? Oh well. 90% of the time it's nothing anyways. This does mean if we do scrap things like this, we are getting the pure steel plate back because we removed the AwwScrap. But just the lack of experimentation, the lack of wanting to experiment because you wanted to make sure you had a working model was really the reason to remove it. It was like, Thor was like, I want to go make a submarine that can mine off the bottom of the ocean. Like, good luck doing that when we don't even know how the water physics and the water mod really work. Never really messed with it that much. I've only ever just gotten ice from it. So I won't bite all of this. This will get cleaned up eventually. Like this bit down here, because of the concrete in it. I'm going to try not to mine because really I have no useful concrete right this moment. And we'll eventually get where we can make it anyways, so. Just trying to get some additional steel plates since we're low on iron. Ooh, before I forget, and I mentioned it earlier, I need to join a Discord just in case friends jump on and want to voice. There we go. I spent the first half of this day just working on things like the that to-do list, some notification pop-ups if I get a new subscriber, that kind of thing. And subscribers, it's really just follow for YouTube. I'm not talking monetary survivor, anything. I don't want people to spend money. The streams aren't good enough for that. And I never expect they really be, because I just do this for the fun. It's all about the fun. And then in my head I go, it's all about the Pit Memes, baby. Weird out. Meal pack, more green seeds. Yeah, that's a meal pack. Pores, We have plenty of cobalt. We've made, yeah, we have 3K cobalt mined already. So it's just a matter of getting the some of these other resources to be made. I don't know why I keep trying to do that weirdly. I have no clue how much that's going to be able to hold, but that's going to be our rover's base. I didn't even know that existed until we went to make it. Okay, we are going to have to disconnect and go do a quick iron one here. So 8, 9. Oh, we're already 63 when we were 19. That's pretty good. There's an ironstone not too far away that we're going to just hit up instead of going the 2 kilometers for the iron mine. I just gotta remember where the stone is. Around here somewhere. I run across it every time I head towards the iron, so I should run across it here. Oh, there it is. See, iron. And it's going to be a hot day. You know it's going to be a hot day if by 10 o'clock you're already feeling it. By 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, right now it's just past noon, but when we shut up the house. Let's get some iron. Oh yeah, I don't have that for an inventory anymore, do I? Get as much iron as we can. This is why we need a cargo. Okay, and then we head back. Hopefully that will be enough iron for at least a few minutes of building. But yeah, I wanted to have a good to-do list so that I'm not as scatterbrained like I was the last stream. And if you caught yesterday's quick stream quality test, I was also pretty scatterbrained. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to get things worked out for today. And then this morning it's like, you know what? None of that was working. I'm going to switch to a new program and let's switch from Mix It Up to Streambot because I've used Streambot before. Streambot's just a bit more complicated and I was trying to keep things simple. But ended up just going more complicated, making my own alerts, making my own, well, I only have one alert at the moment. But there's only one thing you could really do. I mean, I guess you could ring a bell or something. It's YouTube. I don't know. Can you ring a bell on a live stream on YouTube? Hey, look. See? There's my to-do. It popped up. And it'll stay up for a minute and then go away. And my base is back this way. Where am I going? It's a little big. I might have to adjust the size. Yeah, I'll definitely have to adjust the size. We'll do that here in a second once we get back to our base. I'd love to get Wubber going, but I'm not 100% sure how to do that, so this Wubber disappeared. Why did our Wubber disappear? Right. Did it get cleaned up? it got cleaned up because it wasn't fully built. That was a lot of resources. Why would you do that to me? Why? It wasn't gone that long or that far. Why would you do that? Oh, I could have put some iron up in the connector, couldn't I? I didn't think about that. Let's see here. That. Anything else we want to take out from here? Maybe our steel plates, some motors. I do know there was something else I wanted to take out of here. I wanted to take out the silver and gold. Oh, gold and silver. I had that backwards. We have plenty of meal packs. Go put this away. Because I can now put gold and silver in here. Those can be used up. Iron, cobalt, that. And I can't believe it ate up the start of our rover because I didn't get anything finished welding. Ended gear. We'll just have to start this over again. Get this built up a little. I built it too far away from this. In the right place. This on here. And we should hopefully be able to get it welded. I'm wondering if I should just weld this landing gear to make sure none of this disappears. I believe as long as it has a computer component on it and it's fully welded, the cleanup won't take it from the player. First, I'm going to need to grab a whole bunch of new things. See the mill pack. And another one of our goals today is to actually start building up a base instead of just this haphazard basic factory I got, so that everything's automated and not using the basic assembler, which I wanted to get done before this stream to save us time and annoyance. Trying to find ways to make these streams funner in a very grindy game, or it's just a bunch of running back and forth. And any suggestions anyone has, let me know. So this shouldn't be taken away again. I'm going to go ahead and just go mining some stone, because I need to get this way down to the water in here anyways. Because right now we're using the moisture farms. I just have them slipping into the roof here, but they're taking up a lot of power, and if this ever goes down, we lose our ability to respawn. So I'm going to get some water to get some ice to remove those so that we're not using that power. I mean, we'll still be using power for the some of the stuff, but this way I could get stone and resources without running too far away from here, so that doesn't get eaten again. We don't want that to get eaten. What was that? I heard a big boom. What was the big bada boom? I should get this back to charging. Warning, warning, screen is having issues. Warning, warning, screen is having issues. Warning, the stream bitrate is currently lower than the recommended bitrate. What? Warning, the stream bitrate is that it's lower than the recommend using a bitrate of that. File settings. Output. Stream bitrate. I have it set for 12,000. It's saying it's using 1,903. Why? Maybe it was an internet hookup because it's back to being good. It was just a warning. Okie dokie. Smoky. Wrong. I forgot I'm facing backwards. That was close. That could have been extremely bad. We are locked and we are charging, so when we steal this battery to put it on that thing, it will be fully charged and we won't have to worry about it. That is the idea anyways. Okay. Is Peppy barking? Why is Peppy barking? Why? Why? So we'll start working on 2 goals. And I should get some music up because it's going to just be me being silent for a while as I work on things until people want to chat in. Until I have something important to say, which is like never anything important. Copy, right, free music, radio. Let's see. The site no longer exists. The site no longer exists. Sorry, I'm just looking for something to play music live and would like it to be a kind of radio style. That's loud. That was really, really loud. Don't think that's going to be the one we go with. Let's see. The stream recording is not available in playlist. Lo-fi capital. See, there's only 3. I want a long one. Like this one. Next time I'll have that going before we start the stream. Ooh. Let me know if it's too loud. I know it's quieter than I am, but it might be just too loud. Once we get this miner built, I won't have to mine for stone for anything ever again. In theory. You know what I should do? I should just put a small cargo here. Small large grid cargo right here. Connected to this. And then put everything into it. Assembler. Why aren't you making my motors? Do I have motors somewhere else? I don't see motors somewhere else. And I know I set this up to make motors. Maybe I didn't. Should always have 25 motors being made at all times in my inventory. I wonder if all my stuff got reset actually. No, that's still there. Fabricator should be making things. Wire drawer should be making 100 copper wire. Do I have 100 copper wire somewhere? Oh, 13. Oh, 35. Why aren't you producing? You have no iron. Where's all my iron going? I just have no iron. That's all. What am I doing? I came over here for some reason, and I can't remember why. Oh, iron. Really? Why is it not let me? I need some copper wire and basic computers. Do I have basic computers? Somewhere. I feel like this will get better organized at some point. I just need copper wire. Now I could roll this up. And now I can go. So everything that is a component or into that and not have this issue of multiple inventories having multiple things. So now when I click and if I click that to get it onto my build menu, should just be able to middle click here and get everything that I have already produced. And then so just stone in there too, and it will get refined by whatever needs to refine it. Eventually I'll get Izzy's inventory system up once we get a few more cargo containers. And then all the ore will automatically be put, unless it's being used by an assembler, into a specific cargo container, and I won't have to juggle ore around like I've been doing. That should just get moved over and refined. Just go grab a few of these. See, I need to get this connection point here down to the water, but I need to be able to do it where I could walk back up, so. Grab what's been made. Put it in here. Looks like we're really just short on motors at the moment. and it's, you can see it spitting out the gravel, so that's not clogging our system anymore either. So we really should probably start keeping some of it, but it won't all disappear. I mean, it's just a giant pile. Actually, it's actually not that big, because each of these are only like a little bit of gravel. Aw, poor sheep drowned. I'll take your food. Don't let no food go to waste. I didn't kill them though. Okay. Is anyone looking forward to Pro 2's next league? I assume I am, just because I liked using the WASD to move around. I liked the dodging and I liked the visuals. I didn't like some of the mechanics, though. Some of the, I guess, is it proceed? I forget the term. My brain died. Some of the ways of unlocking what you're doing for the labs for your ascendancy, unlocking your ascendancy. Thank you, my brain. You caught up to me. I didn't like the way some of that ascendancy lineup was. How are we doing on this? Just need some more motors. What I'm doing is making I'm going to make a spiral down until this gets to water so I can walk. That's what I'm working on, with finding this stuff out. Why we need the resources. I would just normally right click, but we need the resources. Sorry for the testing of the lurk and using up the first to chat slot for the stream. It is what it is. We have that bunker there in case this all gets destroyed. We're going to get an assembly bench in there and a few other things, so that we could at least restart without having to, you know, restart. So our backup. So if, you know, that hill gets peppered, we're shit out of luck anyway, so. It's not making the motors for me, is it? Because I wonder if I have any motors or something in here that's preventing it, because this is technically connected to the grid, so it might be counted by the quality of life production queue. I'll just get everything out of here that's a thing. That may or may not be doing that. No, I had no motors in here. Okay, let me go through here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull everything that's not, I mean, everything out of everything, you know, except the coal, and put it in here so things can get dragged as they need to be made. So that we can have an eye on exactly what all we have. Okay, so we have 100 of that. So in our wire drawer, we have it, but it won't make more than 100 copper wires. So what are we missing on here? Let me go control fabricator. Make sure we have we should be having 50 electromagnets made at all times. And we have 22. Extruder. Is it a power issue, maybe? Are things just not getting enough power because we're charging a battery over here? Well, let me jump. 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 We'll fully charge. I'm just going to disconnect this and move it away. I know it has low fuel. It has the power turned off on it. In fact, I'm going to just destroy this because we don't need this here anymore. We only needed it to charge that one time. I could start tearing apart stuff on here, because we're not going to be going anywhere again until this next rover is made. So let's close some things in here. Ooh, pretty sunset. Okay, basic cargo, poor cargo thing is made. How much can it hold? 103,000 versus one of these. Okay, that might be a little bit much. think the next step is to get some wheels, a battery, and a cockpit on this thing. Let me just adjust my position in my seat. So we're definitely going to want wheels off this backside because we'll have a connector here. If we want wheels off this side, we'll have to come out there. Maybe. I probably should have painted this stuff before I placed it, because we have the, do we have the paint on? I might be thinking of a different paint. That was fine. I don't know if this is really want it camo. Dusty yellow sounds good to me. Just to make it not gray and make it stand out from a distance so we can see it. We'll probably end up doing 3 wheels on this thing. Problem with wheels is you need rubber, and I can't remember how we make rubber in Industrial Overhaul. So we're going to be stuck with metal wheels for now, again. We'll do the heavy duty. Which sucks, but at least it'll function. And then we gotta think of what kind of cockpit we want on this thing. I mean, if for this it's just going to be a simple go somewhere and mine something. Maybe something like this, maybe we put a lithium battery here, and then this, because it doesn't need to be connected to the cargo. So I'm not worried about that. I mean, or we could put the I would put it up here, but I'm planning on having a or mining arm connected here, and I want it to have the 360 rotary. Does it need 360 really? It just needs to doesn't need 360, but it does need to rotate. Well, I didn't notice this has small cargo ports here and here. That's cool. Is that a connect? Yeah, that's the connector. I could open the inventory from it. It's really cool. I really like this thing. If we do something like that, and that'll block some of the view. So what we can do is conveyor here. Get one of, if we wanted to all connect, what we can do is that. Then because it has the two connectors there. Connect it there, make this look better. I'd like 2 batteries, but I'm not going to be able to get 2 batteries because we can't make lithium batteries. Not on this one anyways, that I know of. No. If I do that, there are modules. Lithium, power, lithium, huge. I thought these were taken out of the Modpack. Okay. Yeah, I don't want it down here because if I hit a bump, it's going to break the battery, which would suck. What I could do is that. I will have at least a bumper against maybe hitting the ground. And that will be sticking up slightly to give it a little bit more of a industrial feel. I think that will work. But obviously this is actually not going to be made right now. What all would we need on here besides a battery? We'd need pistons to lift it up in case we need to do maintenance. I'm thinking a piston probably here and here. Same on this side. So here and here. We don't need it to connect to the ground. It's not. Oh, we might. But we could always add flat lander pads to it if we needed to. Oh, we want a metal detector on here. Guess I'll just slap it there for now. We'll do lights and stuff in a little bit here. Let's get some front wheels on it. What I'd like to do is bring out the front wheels to this side of these pistons. Get the front wheels to this side of the pistons. We'll offset. This way we can offset the middle wheel. We'll probably have it right here And we could have it directly in the middle. Yeah, we might as well. I'm not going to be using this underside connector for anything. That's a wolf. As usual, multiple of those. Maybe some died in the water or something? I don't know. I told you those usually multiple. We meet. You will just have the connector connect right here, making that nice and easy. Wheels. There. Wait, another one. Then again, I shouldn't be complaining about wolves. We could be getting drop pods on us, which would suck. Okay, so I think I'm going to start welding up these wheels. And I think I might as well just take these wheels off here. This is getting totally destroyed. We don't need it anymore at all. For some resources. And I am out of power. And I'm pretty hungry in the game too. My internet seems to be doing weird things. I'm dropping frames when I normally don't. So if the quality drops as the stream goes on, that's fine. What am I doing? I am eating. A fruit basket. I should put some fruit in here. Okay. Get that. Don't need that. That's our lithium warfare battery. Oh yeah, we'll want those, won't we? Okay, we're getting closer to getting the wheels done, which is progress. Make sure we get all the stuff out of here. I think that's it for mechanical things except the battery. We'll be adding the battery to this with the a different mod. So let's fill up this. Let's get what we need here. And go grab it from over here. Assuming my inventory is not full of other things. What am I doing? Having issues getting large steel tubes out. And small tubes. But we'll go do a little bit more mining. A little bit of mining and then mine. And then signal. Wasn't paying attention, otherwise I would have gone and got it, but I can't get over there in 2 minutes and back without a vehicle. Okay. Steel tube, large steel tube, large steel tubes, but I know I need some small steel tubes too. Let's see, extruder, iron. And now I only need large steel tubes. We only have to go that deep. Go about here, so probably about 1.5 more depth than it already has, or something like that. Okay, why aren't you refining? We are out of power. Let's transfer 1,000 here. Going to suck is I might have to do a coal one on foot. If I'm not careful and get this done quickly. So I happen to know that the coal is roughly somewhere between 60 and 90 kilometers, not meters deep. And so I'm going to need to make an arm that can extend up to 100 meters deep with a drill attached. I just need steel tubes. I just need steel tubes. Give me steel tubes. Fuel them before they get made into motors. Oh, that might be enough. We'll see. That needed 2. That needed a lot. That needs a lot. So no, not enough. But eventually I'll have enough motors where the fuel tubes will just be made and not just turned into motors. Cube. Totally tubular. That's a wheel made, and that's a wheel made, and that's it for the wheels. Now I want to make that. I'm going to actually get rid of this for a moment because the only thing holding that on. But Right. The blood, well, I needed to get the battery in there anyways first. If that one takes advanced computers? Hell no, I'm not using that. Give me a cockpit that's easy. Do all the cockpits require advanced computers? Okay, give me a seat that's easy. About something like this. Back to my code 2, since, you know, there's the whole and we could both go. Does that sound smart? I do one there. Do one there. We can put the battery in the center. Now, figure out those rules in a moment. Glad I don't need the synthetic fabric to actually make these. That would suck. Huh. Let's see. I'm going to try something. I want to see if my alert works on YouTube real quick. Just take a quick second to get on here, log into a different account, go to YouTube, account to this one, and to unsubscribe, unsubscribe, and then subscribe. For that, for my pop-up works. We'll see. See if it actually works. It might not because it was already subscribed and I unsubscribed and it didn't populate or whatever. It doesn't matter. What am I needing? Yeah, it was just some computers. Just some basic computers is needed. Basic computers. I didn't grab enough. Oh, so we'll be sitting here, blah, blah, blah. Now we need the battery. I'm going to put the battery up high, since I can now. Let's see. Down. Problems with not having a jetpack. Still play. Energy low. Food love. Give us some energy. And the wolf going. Check that so no more wolves would get in while I'm trying to get myself some energy. Should do reload because there's probably more wolves out here. There's always more than one. You know what? Follow me, we'll go drown you. Be easier. And I'm almost out of ammo, so. Yeah, man. The moment they stop moving, you could tell they're going to die. And I'll just steal the meat. And yes, this is kind of ridiculous, how much gravel just dropping out. Okay, now we need to go... Detach this. I have to be very careful because I can't make a new one of these. How do we want to attach? I'd be thinking we attach this one right here. Luckily, it's pretty light. Comparatively. Did I put it upside down? I did. Will it bug me? It will. Do I have to put a different one on? I do. Right. Come on. Thank you. If I want it there and I want that there, I have to go here. Do. Come on, squeeze in. Squeeze in and rotate, rotate. And there you go. We got power with the triangle, the right side up. And actually, you know what? Maybe we just put the wheel here. If we just put the wheel here. I'm missing a construction component. I must acquire additional construction components. Just for simplicity's sake. Lift. Don't know if I can lift it. Don't think I can lift it. No. Maybe if I remove the wheels. Rotate. Pivot. Shift. I just simply put the wheels back on. Like so. This is why we got rid of the AwwScrap mod. So we could do this easy for the stream. Easy and quick. Simple and clean. It's the way that you... Sorry. Kingdom Hearts in my head. Recently started replaying the first game again because I picked up the third game. I've never played the third game, but I wanted to redo the entire story. So, don't have to necessarily grind these up, but I mean, roll these up, but I'm here. I might as well. Let's see. Distance, small grid. Can you add me 2 more, please, to my build list? Thank you very much. Okay, so we have power. We have pretty much everything I think we need in order to come in here. Distance. Lift. Distance. Save. About time. Pistons, lifting pistons, reverse, not battery, switch recharge on and off. We want connector, which isn't made. Get our connector made. Connector made. Switch lock. Wheels. All the wheels need to have a speed limit of 110. Put the strength to 12. That's fine. Coming over here. This one. This is going to be want. This one. This is also going to be want. So I might as well add this is right. This is left. Come in here. Wheel. So like these don't have steering. These want to do not break. This way, what will happen is we won't do a front flip when this tries to break hard. We need to add, let's see, this is going to be pilot seat, mechanics seat. Pilot seat should be set to main cockpit. Mechanic seat should be set to auto control mechanics. And then here, pilot seat, toggle handbrake on and off. Okay, the parking's on. Now comes the extremely fun, probably going to kill me part. Huh, it didn't kill me. Okay. Now technically we have a rover again. If the power was, you know, turned on. We have a rover that we can't see because it's dark and I have no lights on it. But yay, rover. With a ton of inventory. What was this? Oh, yeah, ore cargo. It only carries ore, which is all we needed to carry. Let's see. We need some lights. We need a few other features on here, and then we need our mechanical drill arm, which I'll work on here in a moment. Let's see, how does this work if I actually had it on? Going up. And now we can come under here and do some maintenance. Mainly that. I'm also going to do some connecting bits just to give us a feel of a little bit more structural support. Just something I like to do when I'm building a rover like this. And this way, if this breaks completely, but these beams don't break completely, the at least wheels are all attached, so it'll be easier to figure out how to recover, in theory. Now, this isn't going to be the prettiest thing. It's not designed to be the prettiest thing. It's designed to be useful. Do I do one more down the middle? Might be pushing it, but if we get high centered, I'd rather it break some steel, some of these steel things than the cargo itself. So we do something like that. Again, bit fugly, but I don't care. And it just needs to be useful at the moment. It's so the maintenance pistons work perfectly, which is good. We're just about at a 2-hour mark. 2-hour marks, I generally get up and stretch for a moment. But before the next major thing we have to add to this is our mining arm. That's going to take some thought and doing. So what I think we might do is do the I don't know, 5-minute intermission here now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Make sure I have enough to eat so I don't die. And we'll just set it to like this, so when I hit what is it, 2, I'll be right back. Wrong buttons. Okay, so we need to think about how to get a arm on here. Let's see what we have. We need a loader. Do we have any fun loaders? Axle loader. We have a loader 3x3. We could use that. So this is the loader 3x3 here. Ladder. Let's just put that right there. Construct this on up so we could get up there easily. Not that I foresee the need to do it too often, but one never knows. So we could do a 3x3 loader here for our arm, or I could do a small one here, or I could even do the small one here connected to the back here. But if we want it, I honestly think it needs to go that. So I might have done this wrong. What is the base of that? 3x3. There we go. Which sticks it up a little bit high, but now can we get a small head on this? We could get a small head on this. Might look a little bit better. Attach small head. No. Attach. Overhead. Small head. So this is, I think, just a normal large grid rotor head here, isn't it? Not what we want. There, connect, convey. What's this one? I've seen this one before. Fancy. I could do fancy. And then we do a small advanced loader here. Like so. Hinge. Not that kind of hinge. Actually, better idea. Better idea. Better idea. Not a better idea. And it still could be a better idea. Go ahead and get this back on. I wish this was a small connector up here. Let's think how to do this and make it. I'm just trying to think of it looking good. The arm would just be floating and bouncing as we drive. It'd be better if it was bouncing, not bouncing as much, so it wouldn't get damaged. So, let's do the classic. This one. Classic. Then what I think I'm going to do. I just want to look at some of these. If I do that, I can put the loader here. That would work. It would actually work pretty well. And then we'll do a hinge on top of this. And then we'll be doing a bunch of pistons, and that will be our... Oh, you'll see what it will be. We'll make this as simple as possible, especially at first. That. Just rotating it so I can build this a little easier. We need pistons galore. Because you get a piston, and I'm thinking, how far do these pistons extend? Maximum distance, they only extend 2 meters. Do we have any other pistons? Short piston. Short wide piston. Side piston. Need a longer medium piston. The medium piston. Oh, it's just medium size. Just always with the wolves. Makes it hard to just sit and think. Let's fit in think under here. What kind of drill tech do we have? Nanobot drill? I don't know what nanobot particles are or how to make them. That we definitely can't make yet. We have a problem that I was not foreseeing. And that is, I thought the pistons each went at least 5 meters, if not 10. And I'd only have to come up, put 8 of them on the arm to get to where we needed to be. So this won't work. This won't go down deep enough. So we need to come up with another plan. And I'm going to open a can of soda. I need another plan of action. If this isn't going to work. I mean, this will work for now if we want to manually run down and mine with our hands. I was trying to get away from that. Do have some side connectors. But even then, I'd need 40 pistons to go 80 meters. So that's not going to be feasible. So I'm having issues thinking of another plan. What we could do is this could be a dock. We could drive a up and down drill flyer that, you know, only goes up and down, and then dock it to this, but that would be weird. Well, let's go ahead and add some lights and stuff to this. Some spotlights or headlights. So we can see what we're doing. That should be good enough. Man, I really wanted my mechanical drill idea to work. How far out does the medium piston go? I just place that here. Come in here. Medium piston goes 7. And it takes up 1, 2, 3. So it goes an extra meter for taking up a lot further. Don't think it's worth it. But we need to go get some more coal. Me empty my inventory. We'll go get a boatload of coal. And takes us in for a test drive, at least. Yeah, it does on some of these bumps. That's doing fine. I think it would have a problem. I don't have a metal detector on here yet. And I could get some more iron. Why not? We'll get a couple of things of iron from here. The music stopped in it. I don't know what time it stopped. Should be enough iron for now. There might be something other than pistons on here. Let me see. Wrench. There's not a winch. Cable. Pulley. Yep, I can't see another really need to come up with something for mining. We'll have to do some designing when we get back. Too many trees in the way. Too many trees away. Oh, we have at least accomplished half of one goal. And then we have gotten a rover. It's not mining. Still having the hand drill, which is what I was trying to get away from. But I have an idea of how we can get away from it. Oops, I didn't mean to get on that. Cool. We'll design a miner, but before we go mining, we also have to work on the base a little. Because we're going to need an easy way to connect up our rover to drop off all the stuff that we get while mining. How about they? Oh, that should be enough of that for right now. Head back to the base. Think of a drop-down driller design that we can fly back up. It'd be a drone. And who's ever in the mechanics could use as a drone. This way we wouldn't have to try and fit a cockpit on it as well as a connector, drill, power source, gyros. A lot that goes into making a flyer. Yeah, I think we'll make it a drone. Slow it down, slow it down. We don't need to be going 40 downhill. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And stop. Okay. Let's go deposit a load of coal into each of our stuff. You get 1500. You get all of that. You get all of this. You over here, the bunker. You get 1250, and you get 1250. And we just add the iron as we need it. Okay, so what do we need? Connector. Ooh, large airlock connector. Pretty. Connector. Do an inset connector. Why don't I use the ladder? That's why I put the ladder on here. Get that sunrise into 40. So, maybe not an inset. How about just a basic connector? Okay. And then our chassis or body will be probably a medium. I don't kind of give up. I'm almost out of food again. However, I can't seem to keep food no matter what. Nine. Drop. That doesn't matter. Let's set connector. I wish it could be that small. Probably could be, but we have an inset connector. Will be connected to a cargo. What kind of cargo do we want it connected to? Probably just a medium. This just needs to get off again. Off this and on again. You know, carrying, I believe, more than we could carry in our inventory. I'll have to double check that. If it's not, there's no point. Could do a large. We do a large. Then we need atmospheric thruster catalyst. Can we make thruster catalysts? Production, assembler. Yes, we can make sweat kettles, but we need quartz. We don't have any quartz. Yep. You know what? We're not going to have a miner. We'll do this by hand on ground until we get some more stuff established. Because what we're going to be, as soon as the hull gets on, we're going to be trying to make a submarine drill miner that can, you know, go down and up in the water and bring stuff back. So that would be handy. Assuming we find anything in the water. But we were going to do that as a sort of competition, who could build a better sub. So let's think about the base. If we know we're going to have subs, we're going to need water connection. And we're going to want land connection. And we're going to want air connection. And we're going to want defenses. I can't make the robot facility. So we're going to have to do all of this by hand. I think I'm going to take down this tower. Not really serving us anymore. Yeah, some passive power, but not very much. We have the coal generators. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, and the boot. And it's all some tumbling to the ground. Okay. But I'm thinking it gets pretty deep, kind of. Why didn't it's not really that deep. See, I don't know where we want our sub connection to be. But I do want to get rid of all these flames. $25 aluminum, 10 construction components versus just 25 iron plates. trying to think what we're going to make it out of. But anyways, we could update our thing. And put an X in here. Right. Save. Okay, so what we're going to do is fall onto our pile of gravel. What we're going to do with the Jenkins, what are we going to do with the Jenkins? I'm adding an R, so no copyright can happen. I'm adding lyrics. Where to start? Where to start? We need to make this as compact as possible. Oh, my noise suppression does not like crumpling chip bag, huh? Let's see. Wonder what is this? Because we're actually going to need to start saving our gravel now. I'd like to move some of this stuff. But I'm trying to think of how I would do it. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to move our platform out a bit. Okay. There. I will make struts to make this look structurally intact and to make sure that it doesn't fall in just like one hit. Really. Needed to get the music going again. So I'm going to be putting most of the factory back this way, and this way we have room to park and get up onto this platform with vehicles to drop off ore. With ground vehicles, I should say. Air is a different story. Don't want to make this too big. I think I'll continue doing this all the way down this way. Then I'll probably try and cut some of that. What I want to do is make it so there's no ramp on. You just drive onto it. Like so. I don't know if it needs to come all the way out that way. The refinery is really the heart of our industrial complex. So I'm going to put it kind of in the middle. Kind of. We're going to want two refineries. Or should I put them to the side? Or maybe we do one. We'll put it on its side. I thought I had only one or two. Okay. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So that is exactly in the center. And we're going to want. Do we even need a smeltery? What?